there are some comparisons being made with 2008. Does this feel like a MF Global moment? Does it feel like a Lehman moment?
Right. I think we've got to be very careful there, Guy. I think that is exactly right. It's a systemic problem inside the cryptocurrency space, but it is not systemic outside. You're not going to see financial institutions go down as a result of this, but there are clearly other institutions inside the crypto market that have exposure, right, to FTX, and that therefore we could see some further dominoes fall inside the space. And I think that's really important, because I think what we've already seen is that while it is not going to drag down the market as a whole, I think yesterday was the first time I saw a move in cryptocurrencies actually affect sentiment in the wider market and moving the NASDAQ because cryptocurrencies are moving.
Eddie, then what did you make of the headline that Dow Jones reported that the FTX loaned Alameda a bunch of money? I'm talking billions and billions of dollars. And if that's true, are there other operations in the crypto space where that could also be true? Because then we have more dominoes to fall.
Right, and I think that's the problem, right? I think in the cryptocurrency space, because there is no regulation yet, and because there is really no visibility on the kind of exposures and the sort of safeguards that the various exchanges have in place, I think it makes it impossible to predict what's going to happen. You can't see the fallout yet until we get down the line. Now, obviously, cryptocurrency prices recovering a little bit today, as Guy said, on the back of CPI, and that will help the situation a little bit, because at least the assets that you hold, has greater value, and you're not seeing a lot of panic selling today. So I think that at least helps to calm the mood a little bit.
How does it affect sentiment, though, longer term? Like, if people are going to lose significant amounts of money here, how does it affect the whole retail environment, the whole retail day trader environment that has been quite important for markets over the last couple of years?
Absolutely, and we saw that is what we saw yesterday, that the retail sentiment and global markets was affected, and therefore you saw wider markets sell off along with Bitcoin. I think what we see, though, is that Bitcoin's been through these kind of cycles, but I think this time, because it is slightly different, because it does look slightly systemic inside the crypto space, and because wider sentiment was affected, the case for regulation becomes greater, and I think that is the big risk, because there's a lot of well, exactly, there's a lot of people still wildly speculating and creating new projects without any clear value. I think once we see greater regulation, I think some of the volatility might be taken out of the space.
Hey, Eddie, how are you looking at Tether and how it's tethered to the dollar?
Right. You know what? I think that is the biggest systemic risk, right? Because we don't exactly know what Tether holds even now. And when you see it trading at a discount, if they have to start fire selling assets and they are holding some high quality bonds, then this spills over in a completely different way. And I think if regulators don't catch up with that before it happens, it's going to be too late.
Which regulators? Who is the regulator? Where do they come from? Which nation do they come from? This is the problem here. Financial markets are dominated, obviously, in a number of key centres, but this is being run out of the Bahamas. It has links all the way around the world. Which regulators are actually going to step up, and are we going to see a whole rush out of Europe, out of the United States, etc., to try and sort this problem out?
I think Binance has already, and other firms have already shown they are willing to play regulatory arbitrage, right? They're going to base themselves in the places where the regulation is lowest, and I think that is definitely something that is a risk. And I think there is also a little bit of a playing hot potato amongst regulators. A lot of regulators are talking tough on this, but I think if anybody wanted to take control of the space, they perhaps could have done. But I think there are some regulators that are just saying, hang on a second, maybe I don't want this problem on my books.